You ever notice how some people always seem to play the same part in your life? They're the reliable friend, or they're the drama queen, or the one who never follows through. Here's the exact secret: they're not fixed that way. They're just wearing a mask, and that mask was handed to them by you. Every person in your life is wearing your mask. They mirror back the state you hold of them. If you change the mask, the actor then changes. I used to think that people had their own set of personalities, that some were dependable and some were just being difficult. But then I started noticing something strange. When I changed the way that I saw someone, that person started to show up differently. It reminded me of what Jesus said, "Judge not, and you shall not be judged." Luke 6:37. I used to hear that as a warning. Now I hear it as a description of how reality works. Judgment is forgetting the mirror. Forgiveness is remembering again. I had a close friend who never seemed to be able to keep a job. He'd get hired and then be excited for a week or two, then he'd quit or clash with management and walk out. I tried to help. I'd give him pep talks, made plans, checked in, but nothing stuck. Then one day, it just hit me. I didn't believe that he could stick with anything. I had quietly labeled him the guy who gives up when it gets hard. And guess what? He kept showing me that picture. He was wearing that same mask that I gave him. So I stopped trying to fix him outwardly and I went in to work inwardly. In meditation, I would see a new scene. I saw my phone light up and I'd hear his voice. And he would say, "You'll never guess, I'm number one in my company." And I would imagine feeling excitement. I felt surprise. I replayed it until it felt normal, like it already had happened. After that, when he called discouraged, I didn't argue with him. I just returned to that inner place. Then 3 months later, I was doing that. He then calls me. And word for word, he says, "You'll never guess, I'm number one in my company." He didn't change first. I did. The mask that I gave him changed, and he then changed with it. So there's only one being here. John 10:30 says, "I and my Father are one." That means there aren't two worlds, one inside and one outside. There's only one consciousness, and that appears as many forms. When I hold someone as limited, my world mirrors that limit. When I hold them as whole and favored, life then casts them in a new role. This isn't manipulation, it's metaphysics. I'm not forcing their will, I'm cleansing my lens so that the one being can appear rightly through them. People are not the problem, perception is. The moment I upgrade my inner picture of a person from flaky to faithful, from opponent to ally, the whole scene reorganizes. Sometimes they soften, sometimes they leave. Either way, my world then becomes peaceful because the author, that's me, stopped writing conflict. Forgiveness isn't saying it's okay. It's dropping the idea that they were ever the villain in my story. So when I let go of that script, then the play changes. So here's how I practice it. Step one is I catch the label. When someone frustrates me, I ask, what word did I just give them? Maybe it's lazy, maybe it's rude, maybe it's selfish. That's the mask that I'm handing them. And then step two, I replace the mask. I choose a higher word, faithful or excellent, generous, creative, healed. And then step three, I create an end scene. I hear them tell me the good news. I feel mutual respect. I feel peace. And then step four, hold it silently. I don't preach to them. I don't try to fix them. I don't coach them. I let the feeling of that scene be the change. And then step five is I bless and release. I trust the law to cast them perfectly. This isn't pretending. It's remembering that every outer actor is the internal self in costume. When my internal self changes clothes, the play on the outside changes. You never met a stranger. You've only forgotten pieces of your own imagination. Every person you meet is reflecting your current state. So when you clean the lens, everyone looks like family. And family is easy to love, usually. So the next time someone triggers you, don't rush to fix them. Just fix the picture, fix the scene. Ask yourself, what mask am I handing them? And then hand them the better one. One made of love, one that you would personally be proud to wear yourself. You'll notice things shift very fast this way. People will act differently. Conversations will feel lighter. They'll show up differently. The air around you will feel calm. It's not them that's changing. You'll realize this. It's you. And because there's only one being here, that's enough. So today's affirmation, I bless the image I carry. I choose the loving mask. I behold Christ in all. When I see others clearly and I see myself truly, and in that seeing, the world becomes kind again.